Bryce Young is getting his first career start here in hot Atlanta, and I think it's going to be one heck of a game. It's a lot of teams with both teams have a lot of potential heading into this first week, and I think it's going to be a huge statement game for both teams and how the 2023 season is going to pan out for both the Panthers and the Falcons. But before Ryan and I give our predictions, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win. It's going to help out the algorithm. You all know how that works. And Ryan, let's get into it here. Bryce Young and the Panthers, Frank Reich, second stint as a head coach, coming up against the Atlanta Falcons, who is they're in their third year with Arthur Smith. And they've slowly been building, and they had a busy offseason. A bunch of money was spent on the defensive side of the ball. This is going to be a fun game. I'm obviously a Falcons fan, very excited to see how the Falcons do. The little bit I saw their first team offense just on the one drive against the Bengals in the preseason, things looked good. Would love to just kind of obviously just have like a similar type vibe where like run heavy, play action, get Desmond Ridder out in space, and then have him have one or two reads. And they've just kind of been slowly perfecting that throughout the past couple of years under Arthur Smith's offense. Yeah, and that's where I think the advantage lies, is that they've had a couple of years. A lot of players are used to that system and understand a lot of the key lingo. Even Desmond Ridder, 1 full year, even though he only started a couple games, 1 full year at least reading the playbook, understanding what it's like to be an NFL starter. I think Bryce Young is a significantly better quarterback, but his disadvantage is the entire team is learning the Frank Reich system. He's having a bunch of veteran receivers come in who might be past their prime. I think it's already kind of clear who I think is going to win this game. I think the Falcons are going to win this game. I think it's going to be a close one, like a 27-17 type victory. But I want to throw it over to you. Who do you think is going to be the victor in this game?
So I'm also going to go with the Falcons. This is a really tough situation for Bryce Young. It's going to be his first NFL game, and it's an away division game, which is, in my opinion, about as tough of a first game as you can have, unless you're going up against like defending Super Bowl champs or like Philadelphia Eagles. These teams, they know each other very well, and I just think the Falcons will probably have that edge, a little bit more experience. Desmond Ridder's going into his second year. But I think it's going to be a little closer. Like I realistically could see the Falcons winning off like a last-second field goal, like a 20-17, just because I think this Panthers defense is very good, and I don't foresee the Falcons like running away with it. And so I'm gonna go with like a 20-17 style game. I do think the Falcons will find success on the ground despite Carolina's strong front seven. I just think the shortcomings on the offensive side of the ball for the Carolina Panthers is going to be a little too much to overcome. This does remind me a little bit of Mac Jones's first start against the Miami Dolphins, where it's like, just don't make any major mistakes. Like, we'll try to capitalize on defense. And then it was just a little too much because they were playing so conservative on the offensive side of the ball. And it was more about getting the rookie quarterback's feet wet than it was really winning the game. And obviously they wanted to win, but it was just an introduction into NFL football. So that to me is kind of why I'm siding with the Falcons. It'll be really interesting to see. I think these teams meet in week 18 as well. So it'll be interesting to see the transition from week 1 to week 18, kind of how they go. Or no, sorry, week 16.
Let me double check here. I believe it is.
Yeah, it's week 15.
Week 15, yeah. So, well, and I agree. So that's why I'm excited to be playing Bryce Young very, very early on. And so I think the other thing as well, just to monitor, we are recording this on Monday night, September 4th. Mm-hmm. So there's a big question marks around Brian Burns because he is holding out for a new contract before the start of the season. And so potentially he might also miss this first game. They'll probably get a contract in place before then. They don't want to not have Brian Burns on the field, especially in the first game of the regular season against a divisional rival. But that's going to be something to monitor throughout. If he doesn't play, that definitely even gives me more confidence in the Falcons winning this game.
Yeah. And So I think it's going to be an exciting matchup. I will definitely be watching as much of this game as possible. Obviously, 1:00 games, you're flipping back and forth, trying to watch fantasy players, see all the rookies you want to see and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it's going to be an exciting week one, but this one's definitely near the top of the list. But I think that's going to wrap up this video here. We both have the Falcons winning this game. So go ahead, leave a comment down below on who you think is going to win this game and why. While you're down there, smash the like button, subscribe. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.